Welcome back. Well, this is a very interesting topic, especially just after we've spoken about the affairs of African bank and unsecured lending. Now we're talking about savings and investments. Well, the Savings and Investments Monitor has found that 83% of working South Africans want flexibility to help them to save while disposable incomes are under pressure. What with a contracting economy, rising electricity, energy costs, consumer reports have indicated that saving is at a risk. I'm sure you and I can testify to that. So what do we do? How do we change the situation? I'm joined by Anele Mbuya. He is a marketing actuary with Old Mutual, and he's going to unpack that issue for us. Anele, very good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Andrew. Thanks for having me.
Remind us again what the status quo is like when it comes to saving in South Africa.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look so good. And South Africa has the lowest savings rate in the world. Comparing that to a part of the BRICS countries, we have the least saving rate compared to the other partners. So it's not entirely good.
Not good at all.
Yes.
How is the Savings and Investment Monitor conducted, and how do they intervene in this whole affair?
So basically, Savings and Investment Monitor is done once a year. It's done by Old Mutual, where we interview 1,000 households in terms of we try to find out the trends of their savings, their appetite for savings, their debt, and what they perceive financial institutions do for them.
Have you found that instead of saving, we're more debt-driven? I mean, the phrase my father likes to use is you borrow from Peter, or you rob Peter to pay Paul. So we get more and more debt to try and pay the other debt, and we just live from paycheck to paycheck and debt.
Unfortunately, that's true. But we've found out that our customers also want to know about savings. That's why, as Old Mutual, we want to try to find out the investment solutions for them. Saving solutions. At the moment, we've got a saving solution which will help our customers save. Save for the long term, for example, education and an expensive investment goal, while it's at the same time saving for their short-term goals. So we're trying to sort of cater for the customers, bring innovative solutions. We have a solution, one of its kind, a groundbreaking solution for them.
Okay. Now, let's have a case study.
Okay.
Say I'm a parent, I'm paying school fees, I'm paying water, electricity, petrol, I've got a clothing account, I've got all sorts of debt that I'm trying to manage, and I'm just a paycheck away from poverty. If I don't get paid this month, it's over for me. Those debit orders are coming to get me. If I come to you and I say to you, help me out, I want to save, what do you say?
Okay, basically, we have to look at your goals. There's what we call the short-term goals. For example, buying school uniforms, paying school fees. There's also a long-term goal, for example, saving for your child's education or extending your house. So we have to look at, you have to cater for your short-term goals while it's saving for your long-term goals, because you can't do only short-term goals and forgo the long-term goals, because you also want your children to go to university. So what we'll tell you is that we have got a solution for you, where you can pay as little as 150 Rand per month, and you can be able to save for your child's education, while at the same time having access to your money in the short term to cover all the short-term goals, for example, buying the school uniform. So that's what I'll say to you.
So I take it that's one of the points you'll be making this morning. Talk to us about what else you'll be introducing when you discuss the new way of saving.
Okay. There's a new, unique solution. It's a first of its kind for our market. It has never been there before. So it's a solution which caters for the long-term and the short-term goals. It is flexible, it is simple, and it helps people access their money whenever they need to. So they can pay as little as 150 Rand per month to Old Mutual when they purchase this solution, and then they can save for either a child's education or whatever investment goal that they have. That's the solution that I would like to talk about.
We'll have to leave it there. Well, thank you so much for having introduced that to us. I think it's good for us to constantly be reminded about saving, because it's something that you want to do, but, you know, life gets in the way, and before you know it, you don't save. But 150 Rand, in the greater scheme of things, not too bad to save.
It's very good, I think, because we try to cater for every South African, regardless of how much they earn. So they have to have access to their savings, and they have to save for their children, for whatever goal that they might have.
All right, Anele Mbuya, thank you so much for having joined us. He's a marketing actuary at Old Mutual. And you spoke about saving and how it's important for our children's future. Well, a young lady is with us.